Hey guys, it's time for my first impression on the Sulo Go from Alternative Current from Italy. It's a top rope solo belay device, and as far as I know, the first device which is meant to be used for top rope solo. So yeah, really nice new device. One device which is more or less close to this is the Tatzlob 3, but this is for also skinnier ropes and therefore worth a try. Yeah, good thing about this is you can go out, climb alone. So you attach a rope on the top of a rock and then you can belay yourself on this rope.
On bigger walls, usually I rappel from the top and prepare the route. I will not talk about this in this video to keep it short.
Usually people also use hand ascenders. Disadvantage of using two ascenders is when you fall, you sit in the ascender and it's not that easy to go back down. You have to make relatively complex steps to change to descent. But usually ascenders are cheaper and also easier and also have only a little friction on the rope, so really nice to climb with them. But if you want to repeat a section, it's a pain in the butt to get down and up and try again. So this is where these devices come in handy. What I do, I use a neck lanyard from Avant climbing. This helps to hold up the device. Then I have a DMM material carabiner screw lock. This is not for belaying, this is just to be able to hang this on my belt. And then I use this new Edelried steel ring. I think it's Cupid steel. You can use this small material carabiner to open it, but you cannot open this by hand. And this ring can be loaded in any direction with a braking strength of 23 kilonewtons. So quite nice. But yeah, of course, for top rope solo, you don't really need this. But there is now no carabiner that can be loaded in any fancy way. So really nice. Close it. Now on the device, there is a smiling face. If this smiles to you, it is mounted correctly. Keep this material carabiner in mind. Now I can push these two buttons and slide it open. You can see the mechanism is different. Often belay devices have like a rotating thing which will lock on the rope. This is more like, yeah, something that presses the rope. I can insert this here and close it. Yeah. Now you can see the rope is in relatively straight, and when I sit, it locks and holds onto the rope. Now you can use this material carabiner in front here for extra security. And then even if you push both buttons, it cannot open. Now, I always use a backup device because every device can fail somehow, especially if you try something new. And yeah, maybe dirt or ice will build up. These devices maybe can fail. Also, if you push this against the rock or have it in a fancy way with the rope running somewhere, you can slide this down. So I use usually a hand ascender as a backup device below. Why a hand ascender, not a shunt? Because if this Sulo Go slides, it will still sit on the hand ascender and lock. The rope will not be able to slide through. Some ascenders are not able to do this since they will slide when you push from the top. Then I have my Brussels cord and the locking carabiner. I attach this to the hand ascender and now this locks, this locks.
And from time to time I'm adding stopper knots to the rope. So in worst case, if both devices fail, I will still only slide down to the knot as long as I'm attached to the rope. And obviously this works best as long as I can go hands-free. When it's too steep, I rely only on the device and the backup.
The hand ascender only has got a super little friction. The Sulo Go has got some friction, so you need some weight. I have rope approximately like 20 meters.
If you don't have enough rope, you possibly have to manually feed the rope in the beginning until you have enough rope so it auto-feeds again. And you can fully concentrate on the climbing itself.
And this is hanging here as a weight, so the rope pulls through or feeds through automatically. So let's just climb a bit for demonstration purpose. As you can see, it auto feeds, and if I fall, it locks. Again, it auto feeds, and I fall, it locks. Yeah, here I'm using a dynamic rope. There are also reasons to use a static rope, but this is not what this video is about. It's only about this device. If I want to repeat a section because I fell, I can just lower my hand ascender a bit, then lower with the Sulo Go, then the hand ascender again, and then the Sulo Go, so I can slowly get down. Okay, if I'm on the top or I want to go back down, I just have to remove my hand ascender. Of course, it's best if you keep a hand on the brake strength, and then I just can lower myself with the Sulo Go. Let's talk a bit about this slippage problem. This 10mm rope by Belay is not my preferred top rope solo rope. I usually use Belay ropes, a 10mm one without dry treatment, and a 9.8. Also from Belay with dry treatment, when I do ice climbing top rope solo, then this works also okay. Now with this 10mm Belay dry cover, I guess, rope, let's see what a slippage is like. So here it's holding. Let's do minimal repelling. So this is the slippage I was talking about. You can see with just body weight, I'm 100 kilograms heavy. This is how fast a Tatzloff free, a bit used, slides. It's getting faster because it gets warmer. So this is one reason why I always bring a backup. Rappelling feels nicer, I got used to it, but if you pull too much, it feels like it will fall down or will be super fast. So now let's see how the slippage with the Sulo Go is. So here, no slippage, bit repelling. So right now, no slippage. Earlier that day, I had some slippage. So from the thing with slippage, the Sulo Go performs better based on my observations than the Tatzloff free. To the conclusion, yeah, this was only a first impression. All in all, I like the device to belay myself climbing up a wall, which is vertical or more like a slab. I do not climb overhangs, so maybe there it's different. What I like is the safety with these two buttons, and that you can optionally use a material carabiner for additional safety. The friction feels higher than with the Tatzloff free. Yeah, for descending it works, but it feels like it's relatively hard to push this handle down to get down, and it's not that easy to get a fluid, nice motion, but maybe I have to get more used to this device. But the main reason why I don't really like it as a descender is it shows signs of wear where the rope moves. I was using this device on my training tower, which is like 4 or 5 meters tall, and there I go mainly like ice climbing and dry tooling and go up and down all the time as a workout. So yeah, it shows good wear. And I was using a Tatzloff free also on this tower for like 2 years already, and shows a lot less wear than this device. So when being out doing multi-pitch climbing, I would prefer rappelling with a tube style device and only use this for belaying and maybe only small lowers to repeat a section. But for the big rappels, I would prefer to bring my tube style device, just to be a bit more careful with this device to avoid too much abuse. And yeah, also I feel like it's nicer to rappel with a tube style device, but yeah, maybe I also have to get more used to this. So for now, first impression, thumbs up. Make sure to check out the YouTube channel from Avant Climbing. They made this neck lanyard, and they also already published some experience with this device. So yeah, maybe also good to watch. And as soon as I made more experience with this, I will upload more content. So make sure to subscribe. Also, thanks for watching, and looking forward to be watched by you again. Bye.